Hey guys, welcome to our channel. This video is all about what is TSIP? Why is it called TSIP? What are you doing? Why are you doing it? These are the questions we get asked on a daily basis. And they're very valid questions. I would be wondering the exact same things. So let's start with what is TSIP? TSIP is TSIP, and it stands for the Tuxedo School of Innovation and Preservation. And that's our project. That's what we're working on. This is one of the classrooms of the old Tuxedo School that we're working on. Why are we calling it the Tuxedo School of Innovation and Preservation? We are calling it that because first, the Tuxedo School. The original school was built in 1916, and it has always been the Tuxedo School. It had burnt down and was rebuilt, had additions added onto it. It was an elementary school, it was a high school, it was a reform school. It has been many things, but it has always been the Tuxedo School. So we're keeping the Tuxedo School in the title. Innovation. Why innovation? Innovation because of all the projects that we would like to implement in this building. In the future, down the road, we would like to have a makerspace complete with machinery and 3D printing, a wood shop, all of the things that aren't typically accessible to everyday folks like me and most people. A place for like Boy Scouts to come and Girl Scouts or clubs, homeschool co-ops, people in general to come and create together and make some awesome things. So that is the innovation. Preservation. Why preservation? This building is a Stillwell building. The original building was built in 1916 and had burnt down and was later commissioned by Earl Stillwell to be rebuilt, and that's what you see today. It's a Stillwell building. And there's not a ton of these in the original condition still standing. Just across our town there was one that was a school as well, and they tore that down to build a newer, bigger, better school, like most up-and-coming places would do. This school has been here for 100 years. That's 100 years of learning, of stories, of fun, of life, of people, of this town. This town has changed so much in 100 years, and a lot of that gets erased and misplaced and just gone forever. So we would like to try and save as much of that history as we possibly can. We get emails sometimes of people that used to go to this school back in like the 70s or the 80s, and they would give us stories about, we used to do this, and I broke my arm on this rock playing this game at this place. And those are the things we would like to keep. And we want to preserve the history of this building and of this town. So that is why it's called the Tuxedo School of Innovation and Preservation. TSIP for short. What we are doing is we are trying to create a multi-generational homestead. That means myself, my husband, and our children, my parents, my mom and dad, and any of my siblings who wish to join the adventure are growing our roots into this school. We will all each have our own individual dwellings, either within these walls or on the campus somewhere. Along with our own personal dwellings, we'll have things like a commercial kitchen and a theater and a gymnasium, all these awesome things that not many people get to have. And it's not just for our own personal use, even though it's very nice. We also want to include the community and the people in this town and all of these groups that we're involved with. Places for people to come and have their meetings or have drive-in movies on Fridays during the summer. Maybe a pancake breakfast every third Sunday, or just these things to help bring us together as a community. All right, now why? Why is this happening? This is kind of my fault, kind of my dad's fault. My husband and I were looking to grow our roots in this area. We've got a couple of kids, and we wanted to keep family close. We wanted our children to be close with their grandparents. His parents also live in this town, but we were trying to find like a big piece of land and convince my parents that it was a good idea to go in together to buy this large piece of land and each build our own homes on this property, and then have big things like a huge garden and maybe some chickens and goats and all of those fun things that everybody wishes they could do. So we showed them properties here and there, and yeah, they were nice. They're kind of expensive. I kind of only like this one. This one's too hilly. And then in December of 2016, my dad was like, "Hey, I have a property to show you." And I'm like, "Okay, cool. My dad has one. This is awesome." Because before it was just myself and my husband just kind of looking around, and we pulled into this old abandoned school. And our first thought was, this is crazy. This is out there. This is too much for us to take on. This is beyond our capabilities. And it still might be. It still is, but it's happening. So after a couple of nights of, he's crazy, maybe we're crazy too, maybe this is a good idea, maybe we should look into this more. And then, so that was December 2016. We visited it a couple of more times. And in October of 2017, the official papers were signed and it's ours. Officially bought the school. And the school it's an old school. It's run down. It's covered in graffiti, full of broken windows, broken lights. That's a light. Everything is broken. Everything needs redone. All the wiring is ripped out. It's just a shell, but it sits on about 7 acres of land, which is pretty nice. And the potential is there. So that's how that happened. We're just a simple, regular, average family with big goals and big dreams, and that's about it. So this is our TSIP project. We are a regular, average family with a lot of aspirations in life, and we just are living life, I guess. Hey again. So more videos that I'd like to have come out here in the next, I don't want to give a time frame because life happens, but in the next, during the summer, let's just say during the summer, I'd like to have videos of like a tour of the school, a tour of the first floor, and walk you through room by room and show you what our ideas are and our plans are, and the same thing with the second story, walk you through the second story and show you room by room the things that are possible with a building this size. And with 7 acres, there's plenty of room outside to grow and implement all of these snazzy ideas. So if you think of anything else, any questions, comments, concerns, future videos you'd like to see about this project, just let me know in the comments below, and I will make note of that and try and get those put up as we make them. So thank you for watching. If you like to follow our journey and see our progression, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can keep up with all of us. We do have an Instagram where we update more on that than anything. And that's just TSIP_NC at Instagram. I'll put something in here about that. So go follow us on our social media, keep up with us, interact with us. We'd love to talk to you guys and hear your ideas and your comments and your concerns. And yeah, so thank you for watching. This building was built in the early 30s by Earl Stillwell. This is the building that you see today. It is just around about 20,000 square feet. It has a gymnasium, it has a kitchen, it has several classrooms, hallways. It is 2 stories. There is an annex building that consists of 2 classrooms, a bathroom, and a boiler room. And it sits on about 7 acres. As you can see, there's lots of graffiti and it's kind of run down, but this is what we are working with. The history is pretty extensive here, and that's probably another video, but yeah, just watch this, see how we're doing, and take a look around our old abandoned school that's no longer abandoned.